Hey guys, for number one, we're just gonna go right into it because we don't have a lot of time. For number one, we got single-stranded cyclic RNA, and then for 1B for the virus 2, we had single-stranded circular RNA, and then for virus 3, we had double-stranded linear RNA, and for virus 4, we had double-stranded circular RNA. Okay, then for 2, we have A is topoisomerase and 2B is 2 nanometers and 0.34 nanometers respectively. C is topoisomerase and D is ORIC. E is sulfur and phosphorus respectively. And F is ribose and deoxyribose respectively.
Okay, and then for C, for A, it asks us to determine how long the DNA portion of the translocation chromosome is in meters. And so to do that, I kind of like wrote it out more through words than through the problem. So you're going to take the two chromosome lengths and you're going to add them together. And then you're also going to multiply that by 0.34 nanometers. But because we're looking for it in meters, you're going to convert the nanometers to meters. And so you're going to be, like I said, so you have 109, what is it? 109 million. And then you're going to add the 48 million together. You're going to multiply it by 0.34 nanometers. You're going to convert it to meters, and we know that there's 10 to the negative 9th nanometers in 1 meter, and you're going to get 0.0198. For B, it asks us how many nucleosomes are found within the translocation chromosome. And so to do that, you're going to take the total number of base pairs, you're going to divide it by 50, which is the average length, and you get 300,134,000. So that's kind of easy. I don't think you really need to write that one out. For C, it asks how many H2A molecules you would expect to find. And so you multiply the number of nucleosomes that we got by 2 and by 4 and divide it by 4, and then we get 60,208,000. For D, it asks us how many radial loop domains we would expect to find within this translocation chromosome. And it's about 30 base pairs between the points of radial loops. So you take the nanometers from A that we got, and you divide it by 30, and you get 1,946,000 base pairs. So again, that's pretty easy. I don't know if you really need to write that out. Okay, then for number 4, it asks if the chromosomes that were stretched out linearly, how long it would be in micrometers. So you take the number that they gave us in base pairs, which is 4,410,000. You multiply it by 0.34 nanometers. You get your number in nanometers, but then you need to convert it to micrometers, and so you get 0.149 micrometers. And so the number you got in nanometers should be, what is it? I can't see. 1,499,400. And so, like I said, then you want to convert it to micrometers, you get 1.49 micrometers. For B, it asks what the diameter of the chromosome is in micrometers, and because since it's double, you take 2 nm, and you would assume that the single would be 1. And so you take 2 pi and you multiply it by 0.5 nanometers, and I think your answer should just be pi. And then for C, it says if one of the loops was stretched out linearly, how long would it be in micrometers? And so you take 50,000 base pairs, multiply it by 0.34 nanometers, and you get 17,000, and you divide it by 30, and you get 5.67 micrometers after you converted it and everything. And then for D, it asks how many histones are found in the attached M tuberculosis chromosome. And so you take your 4,410,000, multiply it by 2, divide it by 4, and multiply it by 4, and you should get, what is it? 8,820,000. I can write this one out too. That way we can see what we did. Okay, so it would look like that. Okay, and then for 5, it's pretty easy, and if you understand like what each of the molecules mean, and yeah,
we could just like just keep like the answers instead of explaining, because how do you explain this?
Yeah, so so it's pretty simple, and if you understand from the notes what the differences are, you can kind of just match them up. So for 5, you see that it's a nucleoside deoxyribose purine adenine. For B, you see it's a nucleotide deoxyribose purine adenine. And then for C, you see it's a nucleotide ribose pyrimidine uracil. And then the last one is, oh shoot, I didn't do those ones.
Which one?
D, E, and F.
So I did my like this. I just put in like what it meant. So
okay.
I don't know.
So you didn't write it out?
No, anyway, I just gave the answers.
Okay, what is?
But where is it? Where's D?
D, E, and F. Somehow I missed those ones.
Yeah. So D is a pyrimidine. It's just one ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a nucleoside because it's attached to a phosphate and a sugar. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then D is also yeah, that's all for D. Then E is a nucleoside because it isn't attached to a phosphate, right? This isn't, yeah, that isn't a phosphate.
There's
sugar,
no phosphate on it.
And then E contains ribose because we have a hydroxyl molecule at the 2' carbon, so it contains ribose. And E also is the pyrimidine because it has just one like ring. The nitrogenous base has just one ring. And then F is a nucleoside because it isn't attached to a phosphate group, and it contains ribose because we have a hydroxy. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
We have a hydroxy group on the 2' sugar, and then E is also a pyrimidine because it has just one ring on the nitrogenous base. So that's that.
Okay, so that's all for that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's all for this week's video.
Bye.